Hey guys, Rasmus Faber here. Since I have my new single out on Defected Records, the song Two Left Feet, I figured I'll do one of these track rundowns of the original mix of this track. The track rundown is what I do when I go through the elements of the track, not going like too deep into music production with plugins and stuff, but a little bit more of a bird's eye view, showing you a little bit of how I recorded it and how my thoughts went around all the different elements. So I did this with a couple of other tracks off of my album Two Left Feet, which I released last summer, and now it's time for the title track. It's playing in the background, and it's sung by singer Frida Örn, who is a Swedish singer. Was really nice to work with on this track. We wrote it together and recorded it in the same session. But as with the other tracks, I figured it's best to start with the bass, so we'll start there. Or actually, you know what? Let's start with the drums for this one. It's kind of maybe the most fundamental part of, well, I guess most tracks, but. Alright, so here goes. I'll play a part now where the drums are playing with all its elements, and I'll go in and solo the drums. So it sounds like this. And if I go in deeper, we can solo the kick drum. Kick is actually the only element in this which is not played live. So the rest of the elements in this track is played live one way or another. But this is just a sampled kick from, I don't know, I don't remember exactly where it's from, but it's probably from Splice, or it could be from anywhere. Yep, and then we can solo the snare, or it says it's a snare, but it's actually not a snare. I can't quite make out what this is, but I think it could be that I recorded a real rim shot with a real snare. So you play with the stick on the side of the snare on the rim of the snare. It could also be like that it's actually this little thing, which is a pretty cool percussion instrument called a snare tap. So it's like, and then manipulated that, or. What I also sometimes use for a rim shot or snare sound is a kind of block like this. So it's like, so it sounds kind of manipulated. So I'm not really sure which one of those it is, but anyway, this is what it sounds like. Congas, played by my good friend Thomas Eby, who I'm sure you know if you've seen anything on my videos in the past. Fantastic percussionist. So I usually record like basic percussion stuff, like shakers and blocks and stuff myself, and then, but for congas and more kind of advanced stuff, Thomas is my guy. So next is a shaker, which is it has really low volume, so I'm going to turn it up just so you can hear it. It's only there as a bit of a subtle effect. This is what it sounds like when I turn it up a lot. So it's like a standard shaker. I can't remember which one. I have a couple of different ones, but it could be like one of these, like a little cube shaker. And then, yeah, it goes down to its volume. And then I'll go back to the full drum beat again. So in here, there's also like a kind of a hi-hat sound. Which is actually a cabasa. So solo, it sounds like this. And a cabasa is a instrument, looks like this, and you do it like this. And it creates a kind of a chunky sort of hi-hat-y type of sound, which I like. And I used a lot for as a replacement for hi-hats on the the Two Left Feet album. Next in the drums is the Sun Drum. It's a very cool instrument, and I have it right here. It looks like this. It's actually pretty hard to play, but I'm faking my way through it, and then kind of quantize it in Logic to make the rhythms and make the timing more even, because I can't really play it that well. It's difficult, but it's kind of like a tongue drum, if you know what that is, but it's a little bit different because it's made from it has a wooden top, and then so it sounds like this. And it has these little metal things that you can use to tune these little tongues. So Sun Drum, pretty cool thing. Again, back to the whole drum section, like that. There. Next, sort of outside of the drum group, but still a drum of sorts, is a cymbal track. So for this album, I need to turn this up quite a lot. So what this is a cymbal played with like a regular drum kit crash cymbal played with what do you call those? I guess soft clubs, and I used that instead of sort of crashes and swooshes and stuff, which you would normally use maybe in a house music context. So basically the whole album has, I guess organic swooshes like this, in the form of these cymbals played with sticks and clubs. So moving on to the bass. Sounds like this, played by the bass player Joachim Mad Midget, as he's also known by. Two bass tracks. One is the line sound, and then there's another sound here, which is the bass amp, which I mic'd up in the room to make it a little bit more sort of alive. Together they sound like this. Moving on, we have the guitar, played by guitarist Gustav Lundgren, amazing guitar player who played with me for a really long time. Not much to say about that. Really nice. Some keys. We have a Fender Rhodes, and it's this Fender Rhodes right there, played through the Fender amp right there. Moving on a bit, it's time to show you some stuff that I recorded in my little recording room, and I'll show you that in a sec. So we have here piano, and then there's also a glockenspiel, and the track sounds like this. And then finally there are some marimba tracks. And just to go through the vocal as well, here's the voice soloed.
I see you in bright light, beautiful, out of control. It hurts, but it's
really nice and smooth sound there of the vocal. Moving on to the full section again. So before I end, I just wanted to show you in my other room the different parts I played with the piano and the glockenspiel and the marimba. So I can just show you that quickly. If we move away a little bit, and we are in the recording room. So we have a marimba part that goes something like this. Marimba overlays that goes something like this. Like that. And then the little glockenspiel part is actually, it's one of these little sort of, kind of kids glockenspiels, but they actually sound really good, and they're quite expensive too, so I guess they're not really for kids, but anyways. I use this is actually a cocktail, like a little stick that you put in a cocktail. I found these to be really good to play glockenspiel with compared to the sort of larger, heavier clubs that they come with. So you get really like nice and high frequency, rich sound. That. Finally, the piano, which is my Bechstein grand piano, and the part goes something like this. So that's it. Those are the elements of my song Two Left Feet. Hope you enjoyed this little rundown, and I will see you next time. And let me know in the comments what you like. Subscribe if you like what you see, and until next time, let me know what you want more of. If you want to ask some questions, just fire at me anything that you have. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye.